everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do this really pretty dark makeup look. This took me so long to figure out how to do. I've looked at so many YouTube tutorials and so many TikToks on dark makeup tutorials, and I just feel like none of them really look good on me. So I'm very happy to say I finally figured out a good eyeliner technique that would work on my eyes and makes my overall look actually look presentable. So I also think that this makeup look is also called dark feminine makeup or smoky eye, but I'm just gonna call it dark makeup today. I feel like there's always a new term for this kind of makeup look every few years. Currently it's dark feminine makeup. Last few years ago this was, I believe, smoky eye if I'm not wrong, but yeah, we're just gonna call it dark makeup today, and if you want to learn how to do this look as well, then keep on watching. So as always, the first thing I'm going to do is push my hair back with a headband. I cannot do makeup if my hair is in my face. I have this white one I really like. I've used this one for a long time and it just really keeps my hair back and it's super fluffy and cute. So for skin prep, I typically go pretty simple. I'm just doing my normal skincare routine, which is just toner, moisturizer, and a little bit of essence. Let me know if you want a full video on my skincare routine. I typically keep it pretty simple, and once that has fully set on my face, I will start with the makeup. And the first step I'm going to do is some foundation. I actually got this sample, which was recommended by a friend from Sephora, just to try it out before I buy the bigger product. This is the Haus Labs one, and I heard it's really good, and I really like the natural finish it gives, so we're going to use that in this look today. This is actually really cute. I didn't know that Sephora did samples like this. So I'm just going to take a little bit from here and just kind of put a little bit onto my face. I'm just going to do a few dots. I have not really used foundation before, actually. I've just always used CC cream, so it's a little different for me to use foundation, but I'm very excited to try it and see how this is different than my normal CC cream. I will say this is a lot more liquidy than my normal CC cream. I think it might be because my CC cream is a little bit old, or that's just the way foundation is, but it's a lot more liquidy. Oh wow, this might not be the right shade match. That's okay though, we're gonna go with it, and hopefully everything else that's gonna go after will fix it. This is very, very full coverage. Wow, I'm so used to the CC cream that is not full coverage at all. It has a very natural coverage, so this is, wow. I'm also going to take some of the product from the sponge and just go over my eyelids with it just to make sure it matches the rest of my face and also serves as a nice base for the eyeshadow. I look like a ghost right now. This is not the right shade at all. I need to get a new shade the next time I go to Sephora, because wow, okay. I hope that with some contour and some bronzer this can fix it a little bit, but I don't have high hopes right now. Okay, so the foundation looks a little better now that I have blended it in and just kind of let it sit on my skin a little bit, so hopefully this will be okay for the rest of the look. And the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some concealer. This is a matte concealer. Normally I would take a lighter concealer and just highlight like the middle points of my face, but for now we're just going to use this one, which is my normal shade, just to cover some blemishes and just areas where it's needed. The foundation did cover up most of it, I feel like, but I just like to go in with a little extra coverage with the concealer. I'm just going to blend it in with my beauty blender, and just honestly, well, the color mesh is okay, I feel like. Next up, I'm going to use some powder. I have this loose finishing powder here. I've been using this one for a very long time. So I'm going to just take a little bit with my brush and just apply a little bit to my face just to make it a little bit less shiny and to keep all the makeup from moving around throughout the day. I just like to apply this on my chin and on my forehead, just kind of the middle, a little bit on my nose as well, just to keep the middle matte but not the sides, because I like that glowy look from the foundation and the other base products. Next, we're gonna move on to the eyeshadow. I'm using this palette. I love using this palette for pretty much all of my makeup looks because it's so versatile and it's really great for both natural looks and some bolder full glam looks. So for this, I'm gonna start off with a cream colored base, as I normally do. I'm just gonna swipe that all over my lids just to create a nice base for the color that is going to come later. Next, I'm gonna go in with some pink. I like to do like a nice pink undertone base, so I'm gonna do this one right here. This is very light. I'm just using a big fluffy brush here, just to, nothing that concentrates the color too much, just a little bit that can evenly disperse it if that makes sense. I'm just gonna go on the outer corner a little bit and just kind of blend that inwards. I'm gonna take another bigger fluffy brush and just kind of blend that in, just to soften it a tiny bit. And this is usually what I do if I accidentally apply a little too much color or I just want a tone a little more muted. Next, I'm gonna go in with a slightly darker tone. I'm gonna do this right here. This is just a very light, a tiny bit of black. I'm just gonna brush some excess on the back of my hand because I don't want it to start off too dark. And I'm just gonna take the black and just kind of apply that on the outer corner a little bit and also just blend that inwards. It's just to add some of that base for the darkness. If I like to do a dark eye look, I always like to layer it first. I don't like to go in super dark all at once. I'm also just gonna switch between the fluffy brush just to blend everything out, make sure that there's no harsh lines and everything is nice and blended. I'm just gonna go back and forth with this smaller round brush and the big fluffy one just to build up the dark colors until I reached my desired darkness. Once I'm happy with the way the black is blended with the purple, I'm going to take my palette again and I'm going to use this shimmery black shade. This is black with, I think there's some gold in there as well. This is super pretty. And I'm just going to use a flat brush for this, take a little bit on the brush, and just apply that over the black on the outer corner just to give it a little bit more shimmer. So you can't see it very well on camera, but the black is pretty shimmery and it is so pretty in person. Next, I'm going to go in with my R.E.M Beauty eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to use one of the shimmer shades from here. Absolutely love this palette. It is so pretty, and this is one of my favorite shimmer shades because it is so pigmented and there's so much shimmer, and I love it so much. So we're going to use a little bit of this on a flat brush, and this is like kind of a pink shimmer shade. I'm going to use a little bit of that and apply that to the inner corner just to give it a little bit of shine. Look how shimmery that is. Oh, I love this so much. If you want even more shimmer, I suggest using your fingers to apply it, but honestly with the brush itself it's already really shimmery. For the inner corner, I'm going to use this contour palette from E.L.F, and I'm going to use this highlight shade. I really like this one because it's also really bright and shimmery. I'm going to use my finger for this for a really nice bright color payoff, and I'm just going to go in the inner corner just a little bit just to brighten the eyes. Look how brighter that made my eyes look. Now for one of the hardest parts, in my opinion, for makeup, we're going to draw the wing liner. And I'm going to use this waterproof liner from Sephora today. I really like this eyeliner because it has a really nice small tip, so it's easy to draw the wing super sharp. Draw it as thick as you like or as small as you like, but I'm just going to go kind of not too big but not too small with this liner. I used to always draw wing liner with tape, but I heard it's bad for you and also my foundation, so if I put tape down, it's gonna like rip up the foundation from underneath. So I'm gonna try to do it without tape today, and hopefully this goes well. So I think for the most part, the eyeliner is pretty even, or as even as it's gonna get today. So we're gonna move on to the next step, which is going to be the eye pencil. I'm gonna use this black waterproof eye pencil today because this is going on the waterline. So I'm just gonna start in the inner corner here and just kind of work my way into the middle of my eye right here and just kind of line that part in the black eye pencil. Don't do all the way around because we're going to fill in the outer part with eyeshadow. I always like to use waterproof eyeliner when I am lining my waterline because I find that a lot of the time that's the area that smudges the quickest. Okay, so this does look a little funny right now, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the black eyeshadow, and I have a really small tip brush here, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that black eyeshadow again onto the tip of the brush. I'm going to kind of brush off some of that extra color on the back of my hand just so that we don't have too much black because we never want to layer on too much color all at once. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the middle, kind of where we ended the last eyeliner line, and then we're just going to take that eyeshadow and connect that to the end of the wing liner from the top. And for this part, we're going to avoid the waterline. We're just going to kind of go from the middle, kind of on the lash line, and use that to connect it. Once you have that line, feel free to add more black eyeshadow if you want it to be a little bit darker, or if you like it a little bit lighter, then keep it as is. If you ever feel like you went a little too far and there's too much black, you can always take some out by taking some concealer, dipping a flat concealer brush into the concealer, and just kind of cleaning up the bottom parts just to make the line a little bit more clean. Okay, so the eyeshadow and eyeliner portion of this makeup is all done. Now we're gonna move on to the lashes, and this is the most tedious for me, but one of my favorite parts because this is where the look really comes together. So I'm gonna use a lash curler today. I'm gonna use the Shiseido lash curler as always, and I'm just going to curl my lashes up That way it will be easier for my fake lashes to blend into my real ones. Once my lashes are nice and curled, I'm going to go in with my lash clusters. If you have strip lashes that you like to use, you can use those as well. But I personally prefer to use the clusters because I feel like these make my eyes look much better. And although they do take a little bit more work to apply, in my opinion, I think that these look a lot more natural and they look a lot better. I'm using these, I think these are manga style lashes, but they're really pretty, and I use these for a lot of different looks. Now what I like to do is I just like to take a lash cluster on a pair of tweezers, and I just take a little bit of lash glue and I just paint it on my lash glue when it's not dry, and it's like this light blue color. So what I will do is I will just kind of let it sit for a little bit until it kind of starts to turn white. So just once the glue turns a little bit tacky, not super liquidy, and then I'm going to apply it, and this helps it so that it makes it a little less messy. Also, I forgot to mention, when I apply lash clusters, I like to apply them underneath my lashes because it really blends into my natural lashes a lot better than if I applied them on top. So my lashes are done now, and I've given them a few minutes to kind of set and let the lash glue fully set into my lashes, and I'm going to go in with a eyelash curler again and just curl my fake lashes onto my real ones so they just kind of blend a little bit better and have more of a lift. All right, now we're gonna go with some mascara. I'm gonna use this waterproof one. This is my favorite mascara ever. It lasts so long and it doesn't smudge, and I have gotten dunked in water wearing this mascara before and it has not come off or smudged at all, so love this so much. And I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm just going to apply that on the base of my lashes, just concentrating that on the base a little bit and then tapping the brush onto the ends just to lengthen my lashes as well. I'm also going to apply a little bit on my lower lashes as well. Now we're done with the eyes, we're going to move on to the face makeup, which we're going to start with some blush. I'm going to use this really nice and warm cream blush here that I got from my friend. I absolutely love this brush. It is so natural looking. I know this isn't a very natural makeup look, but I do like to use this blush as well on this. So I'm just going to use a nice flat brush and just tap it into the cream blush a little bit and just apply a little bit onto the top of my cheeks just to lift the face up just a little bit. I am going to blend it out with a nice beauty blender here. And look at how this lifts my face up a little bit, even without the contour. After the blush, I'm going to go in with a little bit of contour. I'm using this cool shade Contour from Sephora, the powder. And I'm just going to take a nice fluffy brush, dip it into the contour. And I'm just going to go a little bit around the side of my face and also along my cheekbone a little bit and also on the jawline. I'm also going to contour my nose with the same contour powder. I'm going to use a smaller brush for this, and I'm just going to apply a little bit on the upper part of my nose just to kind of create a more prominent nose bridge on both sides. And I'm also going to take a little bit and apply a little bit on the tip of my nose just to slim the tip a little bit, and then kind of draw a V shape at the base right there. This is going to give my nose a little bit more shape in photos. I'm also going to take a nice fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend in the contour. The thing about powder contour that I love is that it's very buildable, so if you feel like once you blend it out, it's a little too light, you can always go back and add more. Now for the highlighter, we're going to bring back this palette and we're going to use the same highlight shade that we used in the inner corners, and we're going to apply a little bit with my finger onto the tip of my nose and a little bit on the nose bridge as well. Now for the eyebrows, I just like to take a eyebrow pencil and just kind of fill in the tail end of my eyebrows a little bit just to darken them slightly and give them more of like an ombre effect. And then I'm also going to use the opposite end of the eyebrow pencil just to brush everything out. I completely forgot to do this before, but we're also going to take some of this bright highlight shade that we used on the inner corner and on the nose, and I'm going to apply a little bit with my finger onto the top of my cheeks, kind of just where the light naturally hits, just for a nice bit of shimmer. Now for the last part of this makeup look, we're going to do a nice dark lip. I'm using this kind of maroon, I think. This is a purpley maroon dark lipstick. It's really pretty and it's going to fit this look so well. This is also a matte lip color, and I feel like for this look, a matte lip would look really nice. I will say that dark lipstick is hard to apply, so sometimes I do go over the lines, and when that happens, I like to take a little bit of concealer on a flat concealer brush, and I'm just going to use that to clean up some of the lines. So I completely forgot to do this before, but I'm going to draw in the Igyo style with some contour. I'm going to use the same shade that I used for my nose and my face. I'm going to take the flat with the pointy tip brush again, and I'm just going to start on the outer corner, really concentrating the contour shade on the outer parts first and just kind of blending that towards the inner corner of my eye as well. All right, once that's drawn in, I'm going to use the same highlighter shade from before, and I'm just going to use that to highlight the egg cell. And this is how the final look turned out. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. This was very fun for me to make, and I love doing dark makeup. This was so fun to do, and I absolutely love the dark lip, dark eyeshadow, and dark eyeliner combo. I just think that it's so good, and I feel like we as a society need to do more dark makeup altogether. So I hope that you were able to learn something from this video, and I hope that you also enjoyed watching. If there's any other makeup looks you want to see me do in the future, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and until then, I will see you in my next video. Bye!